In this section, I want to talk about reading comprehension skills and how to help our students to improve reading. But first, I have a question for you. When you read an ad, the paper, a book, a textbook, a shopping list, do you read them the same way? For example, this morning you read the news before going to work. Did you read every piece of news in detail? Did you just read the headlines? Did any headline catch your attention so that you wanted to read the full article? When we read a text, we don't always read it the same way. Sometimes we pay attention to details, and other times we just search for keywords to have an idea of what we're reading about. Our students, of course, do the same thing in their own language. What is reading comprehension then? And how can we help our students develop and improve their reading skills? In this video, we'll introduce 5 critical techniques to help students improve their reading. Let's start by considering new vocabulary. Vocabulary plays an important role when developing reading skills. Do not pre-teach all the new vocabulary in a text. Instead, have your students guess the meaning of new words, taking context into account. Help students understand the meaning through keywords in the paragraph. Pair your students up and have them work out the meaning of words together. Give them a matching activity. Match the word to its definition or synonym or antonym or picture. Another point to consider is to differentiate reading aloud from reading comprehension. Avoid reading the text aloud. Remember, you're teaching a reading comprehension lesson, not a listening one. Set up a task as questions, true or false statements, before the students start to read, so that they're reading for something. In that way, reading has a purpose. To have students read aloud is good when we want to check pronunciation, sentence stress, or fluency. Reading aloud can be done after reading comprehension tasks are finished. Besides, when students concentrate on reading aloud, they do not pay attention to the content, but the pronunciation. So remember, reading aloud is not reading comprehension. These two strategies have different purposes. Don't tell your students to read aloud when your purpose is in fact to understand the context of the text. Let's consider other aspects of reading comprehension and how this skill can be integrated with other skills. Introduce the theme of the text first. This is a good way of exploiting a text. Introducing the topic arouses the student's interest. It helps to pre-teach some vocabulary, and it sets the mood for reading. It integrates speaking and listening. Follow-up activities. After reading comprehension tasks, make sure you end the lesson with interesting activities that integrate the reading skills with other skills. For example, with speaking, you can have the students debate or discuss a story. In writing, the students can summarize a story or write a letter. Set a task for homework to review vocabulary or play a vocabulary game. And one last piece of advice. Do not be afraid of using authentic materials. It's true that structures and vocabulary found in authentic material are more complex and difficult, but they are authentic. This is the material English native speakers read, and we want our students to learn real-life and meaningful vocabulary. If the level of the students is low, you can still have them read authentic material. The key for comprehension in this case is to make the tasks easy and simple. Authentic material can include music lyrics, poetry, ads, letters, magazine articles, or newspaper articles. Do not be afraid to use authentic material with low levels. Create easy and simple tasks. In the TESOL courses on TESOL, you will learn how to effectively incorporate reading skills into your lesson plans.